Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all. It is now game 2 of the Twin Bill from Lewis Field here on the campus of Kirkwood. It is game 2 of the Senior All-Star Series 2026 edition. And we got the two large school teams, the two West squads, I should say, battling it out. We'll go ahead and give you the lineups here for the Small Schools West squad. It'll look like this: out of Lennox, Dawson Evans, followed by the senior extraordinaire Colton White. Out of Martinsdale St. Mary's, Cal Hayden headed to Iowa Western following his time here. From Coon Rapids Bayard, he sits at number 3 hole. He'll be in left field, followed by the catcher in Wintersets, Reed Smith. He'll be followed by Tate Garman out of Algona in center. Valley Davis will be in right field, followed by the MOC Floyd Valley and Iowa commit extraordinaire Brooks McCarty doing the pitching duties. He'll be followed by Blake Mertu, and then Cooper Chiswick at second, Mertu at the hot corner at third. And they'll be followed up by the Large Schools West squad, including Western Kentucky commit Cal Jepson out of Sioux City East playing short. The DCG product, Cross Bandy, will be at the hot corner at third, followed by the first baseman in University of Iowa commit and Valley product, Ryan Stedman. Out of Ames, Jackson Kepley will be the DH for today, followed by the Boone star in Noah Davies. He'll be catching. Brady McNeville will be at second base, and then he'll be followed up in the 7 hole by Easton Lowe in the center field. Alex Williams, the leading strikeout hurler for the Southeast Polk Rams, will be in right field for today's contest, and will be followed by Ankeny Centennial Eli Starr in left field. And of course, it'll be the home team will be Large Schools West. They'll be the home team in today's battle. And it will be Small Schools West. They will be the away team. So it's going to start like this. Evans, White, and Hayden will be doing the duties to kick things off. And so really appreciate you jumping along for the ride and joining us. It will be another fun broadcast. And as always, is J.D. Richards there. There is a Richards for the Small Schools East squad. And for a West squad, I don't necessarily see a J.D. Richards on here, but I'll keep searching. There is a Richards for the Small Schools East out of Linville Sully, Dylan, if that's what you're thinking of, but I don't know if that's exactly who you're searching for. It's Jaden Richards officially, so we'll see if that is who you're talking about. Then great. If not, we'll continue to dive a little bit further. But let's go ahead and let's kick things off as we got Dawson Evans, the Lennox product extraordinaire, as we get Cal Chamberlain, the Sioux City East product. He came over from Sioux City North to do his final season as a Black Raider, and the first pitch is nicely in there. The heater gets it in for strike 1, and we start off game number 2 with an 0-1 count. And that one is in there for strike 2. Thought about it, but should have gone anyway. Evans out of Lennox, and that one sails up high for Chamberlain. Coming from Sioux City East, they made their eighth state tournament trip in program history, picking up state tournament win number 7 and an all-time mark for them. Here's the 1-2. That one blasted left side foul, and we remain at a 1-2 count. And the Black Raiders with 41 wins, over 41 wins. The last teams to do that, back in 2019, Cedar Rapids Xavier. And that one gets fouled back. The last 4A team with 41-plus wins was Johnston back in 2017. Both of those teams winning again their 41st win in the last game of their season. The next pitch is just enough of that to keep Evans alive here in the leadoff spot. And the next pitch, that one keeps a good eye there. And we now draw the count all the way full to the leadoff batter here for the Small Schools West squad. That one shot foul. We remain right at it, strike 2 count. Again, we'll have more action. It's not just this game, but we have more coming on up. It's a twin bill from a brand new location coming on up here. The pitch is too low. We bring it full. It'll be on the grounds of Mount Mercy here for games 3 and 4. Again, what was supposed to be 2 games slated across the next couple days with some bad weather coming in Friday. It'll most likely be, it is definitely a 4-game slate here today. Of course, Large Schools West, manned by the great Trevor Miller of Sioux City East. And for the Small Schools West squad, they are manned by Aaron Hammond out of Edgewood Colesburg, they are manned by John Hayden out of Coon Rapids Bayard. And of course, that strikeout with the out there. Now brings up Colton White to the plate. And now Colton White stepping on up. The first pitch he sees, he sends that out to shallow center field, and coming on strong with the run will be Easton Lowe as he'll capture that one on the run. So 2 quick gone for Cal Hayden, committed to Iowa Western, and he did so last year. So this has all been a year in which he's known as his collegiate destination, and what a year he has put on. Another 50-plus total base mark for him on the season. Lefty on the lefty matchup, and the pitch. And ball 1. So appreciate you joining on for the ride here. And yeah, Dylan, thanks again for confirming that. Glad we did get him in. Yes, Richards is here. And boy, had a good game. He was on twice, drove in a couple runs. A good solid start from him in the Senior All-Star Series. And the next pitch, too far out of the zone. Here we go. 3-0 the count. Cal Hayden, one of those guys, we got to see them against Kemper Catholic in Carroll. And boy, it's just the guy that is arguably a prototypical leadoff guy with power. So he's kind of in a sense, a little bit of Cedric Mullins in a point where he can just go ahead and blast the ball and just get all around the bases very, very quickly. And that one on the outside edge. So good work by Chamberlain to now bring it all full. He's looking to get out of this 1-2-3 inning here with now 2 down. Here's the pitch. And that one, letter high, upper edge. That's a strike for Cal Chamberlain as the lefty gets him out of this one. 2 strikes in the inning, and that's all she wrote here for the Small Schools West squad. It'll be time for the Large Schools West when we come back. Jepson, Bandy, Stedman, due up right after this.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor, you need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get set and ready for the bottom half of inning number 1. And on the mound is Iowa commit and MOC Floyd Valleys. And Brooks McCarty starts off here with ball 1 to Cal Jepson. Cal Jepson out of Sioux City East, a .510 average on the year. Near 90 total bases on the season. That's right up from whence it came. A hot shot up the middle. And Jepson takes 2 pitches, and he gets on in the first hit of the game here for Large Schools West. First hit of the game for either squad, as that's right up the middle. And on to the base pass. Here we go. And now DCG's Cross Bandy up at the plate here. Again, against MOC Floyd Valley's very own, as that one gets away, and that's Cal Jepson scooting around. He gets on to second, and boy, you can tell the speed, you can tell the everything that goes on with these teams, and again, the top seniors all across the state once again in play here. Again, Brooks McCarty for MOC Floyd Valley, they picked up their first state tournament win in program history as they took on Xavier in the quarterfinals, defeated them 6-3. And again, what a year it was for MOC Floyd Valley. They took down Sergeant Bluff Luton in the sub-state final, which the year before, it was Sergeant Bluff Luton to win that game. So it was a rematch, and they got their trip back, and they earned every bit of it in a 26-win season here in 2026, losing to the eventual champs in Davenport Assumption. And again, Brooks McCarty, 83 strikeouts across his 50 innings pitched on the year. That one gets away, and Cal Jepson will scoot on over to third. So movement all around the base pass just like that in a blink of an eye. Large Schools West, which seems to be a very loaded roster here. And Cross Bandy with the chance to drive him in. And he swings through that one here for the strike. At a full count, 3-2. On deck is Valley's Ryan Stedman. We got firepower all across this Senior All-Star Series. No matter where you look, how you tune into it, you've got a lot of good talent here. Cross Bandy being one of those as well. Chop that one foul. Again, for Dallas Center Grimes, out of the Little Hawkeye Conference, and of course. There's talk about DCG moving potentially to the CIML. Don't know how far along in the conversation that is, but certainly, you see this team battling it out quite a bit with CIML teams, so wouldn't be far-fetched and wouldn't be a bad fit for sure. And he will draw the walk here. A near 10 pitch at bat will put Bandy onto the base pass here as now we bring up Ryan Stedman, a .380 hitter in his own right.
First baseman from West Des Moines Valley, also a state for a semifinalist.
And of course, and one of the things to note here again, Stedman is one of those guys who is headed off to the collegiate level. Bandy at 471. And Stedman doesn't let me get that one finished as he pokes that one into left field, and it dances right in front of Cal Hayden as it drops for the first run of the game. An RBI single here for Ryan Stedman. And Large Schools West quickly on top of this one here, 1-0.
Brings up the designated hitter from Ames, Jackson Kepley.
So now with runners on first and second, Jackson Kepley out of Ames stepping on up. And boy, I got to say, with Ames High School, man, what a season it was. I guarantee you even though they were 2 games under 500 when all is said and done, this is a program that I thought, honestly, that record did not indicate how good this team was. A top 10 team in hits across 4A. And, of course, Kepley being a huge part of that, one of the top hits earners on this squad, as he lets that one go by here in a 1-1 count. Still nobody down in a game, in a inning that started with a Cal Jepson single, a cross bandy walk, and a Ryan Stedman single. Of course, Cal Jepson advancing 2 bases on 2 wild pitches. Bandy now stands on second, Stedman on at first. Kepley out of Ames High School, and the pitch wisely lays off of that one here for the ball. As we move the count now to 2-2. Here from Lewis Field on the battlegrounds of Kirkwood Community College. McCarty with the pitch. That one, a chopper left side. The pick and steps on third. The fire across the diamond to get him for the double play. Nicely done there. Murtu to right. Murtu doing a good job of picking that one up himself, stepping on the bag and causing the double play here. As it takes down Bandy and it takes down Kepley. Stedman standing on at second now with 2 down as they continue to roll now with Noah Davies out of Boone. DMAC commit. Been that way for a while. Takes a look at strike 1. And Davies has been this unquestioned leader of the Boone squad for years now. It seems like he has been a starter and a mainstay starter for almost his entire high school career. The 0-1's in the dirt, lays off that one, now 1-1. Again, McCarty near 90 strikeouts on the season. Committed to the University of Iowa following his time here. Now, again, several Iowa commits in attendance. And the pitch, that one just about let her high, but a little too far out of the zone. Here we draw it 2-1 with 2 down and Stedman out of Valley sitting on second. Davies at the plate. The pitch. And he'll watch that one in for strike 2. McCarty started the quarterfinal game against Cedar Rapids, allowing just a couple hits and 3 runs, and what was really a huge showing against a very talented Xavier team, as that one draws it full 3-2. And MLC Floyd Valley at 26 wins on the year. Meanwhile, Boone, they also made a deep run into the postseason, into the sub-state final, where they fell as that one is shot right side, foul. And Boone out of the Raccoon River Conference, which I believe at least for the last 10 straight years has had a representative in the 3A state tournament. Head coached by Charlie Eastland. Again, Boone, an 18-win squad here in 2026. They fell to Xavier and just 1 game away from making it to the state tournament. So again, this was a team that lost a lot here as Davies goes ahead and walks. Lost a lot, but certainly with Davies at the helm, an easy way to continue to bounce back, and they did just that. We'll have a pitch runner here to talk to you about.
Courtesy runner, first base from Waukee, Braden Moore.
And Braden Moore is that courtesy runner here for Large Schools West. Up next is Brady McNeville out of Urbandale. What a year it was for Urbandale, making a stride back as that one's dialed in for the strike and takes a look at 0-1. Urbandale, yet last couple seasons, not close to hitting that 20-win mark, and they do so this year. And I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Troy Tronson, who's at first base here. What a turnaround it has been. It's a huge push because this is a team in the CIML that, I mean, you're going up against the Valleys, the Waukees, as that one is ripped high left field. That one's going into foul territory, and it is gone. Holy cow, never mind. Take that back. It looked like it was heading into foul territory, and we all had to wait with bated breath on that one. And what a shot here from the Urbandale senior as the first home run of the Senior All-Star Series comes here from McNeville. What a shot. And now, just like that, it's a 4-0 lead here for the Large Schools West squad. And, of course, that clears the bases here as now brings up Ankeny Project and Easton Low. That one looked like it was tailing more into foul territory, but, man, did it hug the line just right. And a heck of an effort there as it gets them the 4-run advantage here. They have now put up 4 runs in the bottom half of the inning, which started with an RBI single from Ryan Stedman. And then a few batters later, McNeville, the Urbandale product, sending out in a hurry. And, of course, we've seen about a 3-year stint where we've had an MOC Floyd Valley pitcher. Brooks McCarty, obviously, this is his first time here. But Urbandale, we talked about it, 25 wins on the year. And this was a program that had 13 wins a year prior. In fact, 13 wins, 14 wins. And, of course, the last 2 seasons, 13, 23, 14, and 22. So kind of a tough slate as Lowe draws the walk. And now Alex Williams steps on up to the plate. And Williams is known for the all-time career strikeouts leader in Southeast Polk history in a single season. As that one is too chopped out there to short, and White with the throw across the diamond will get the out. So a heck of a play by Evans at short, and the 6-3 putout will effectively end the inning, but not before a big one at that, which took a little bit of time. It's a 4-0 lead here for Large Schools West. And for the Small Schools West to answer, it'll be Smith, Garmin, Davis. Due up when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing? The batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in, making this a part of your day. Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball in our final day of broadcasting of the 2026 season. As we go ahead and continue, Reed Smith out of Winterset. Again, a top 10 stolen base leader in Class 3A. And boy, he starts it off here with ball 1 as the next pitch will be in there for the strike as he gets it in for a 1-1 count now. Winner set again, another Raccoon River Conference member. That one shot deep left side. That one's carrying. That one's going back. It'll go to the wall, and it will be at least a stand-up double here for the winner set product in Reed Smith. A heck of an effort there from a guy that is just a towering individual one, but the fact that he is able to be as speedy as he has, and again, fighting through what is a very tough slated Raccoon River Conference, that is for sure. He gets the chance to get on to second here with a stand-up double. And Small Schools West, which, by the way, is, I believe, won it all in terms of All-Star Series record the last 2 years. So just mind you, where's that going on? We have, as we have a Martinsdale St. Mary's product on the mound. As Tate Garman out of Algona stepping on up to the plate. Again, Reed Smith unofficially poked across his 15th double of the season. Again, it's unofficial. But also, we talked about the guy can steal base, as this entire team has done so. And also includes Grant Heidoff with 21 stolen bases, a top 10 mark on the year. So with a runner standing on second here, we now get a strike on in and a 1-1 count. Here is Cal Chamberlain out of Sioux City East, back for his second inning worth of work. So far, again, Smith with the first hit of the game here for Small Schools West. Gets a runner standing on at second. Here's the pitch. That one in. Again, we have Travis White standing on at second. 2 Martinsdale St. Mary's products here today. And the 1-2 count here to one of the top 5 outfielders in Class 3A. And swings through that one, and that's strikeout number 3 on the day here for Chamberlain.
Garman goes down swinging with 1 away, runner at second.
And now
Stepping to the plate, the right fielder from Humboldt High School.
we get the Humboldt product, and Davis Valley stepping on up to the plate. And Valley Davis. And he takes a look at strike 1. So again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. We have more of a static view, but we'll look to change that once we get to Mount Mercy, and we'll see there. Certainly up against the fence, always a little tougher to make sure. We want to see that you can see the whole field, or at most of it as possible. As that one is swung on, looks like in there for the strike. But we're looking for a confirmation on the next count here. Anyway, here we go. Kyle Chamberlain with the pitch and gets through. Now strike number 2 here. And we'll effectively have a 1-2 count. With 1 down and a runner on second. Small Schools West trying to answer the 4 spot put up by Large Schools West in the bottom half of the first. And that one swung on, and that will be back-to-back strikes. Make it strikeout number 4 for Chamberlain. Chamberlain, the leading strikeout hurler for Sioux City East this season. Part of several guys. In fact, they had over half of their pitching rotation with 1 loss or less on the year. It was, again, an absolute stellar season for Sioux City East, and one that was very, very entertaining to watch as now Brooks McCarty steps on up to the plate. Takes a look at ball 1. And MOC Floyd Valley racing their 4th state tournament trip in program history, capturing their first state tournament victory against Cedar Rapids, and a huge win at that. And that one not quite in there as we move to 2-1. So we have 2 down here. Back-to-back strikeouts have put 2 down, and now that one a chopper. Slow roller out there, and the third baseman picks up and will get no throw off on that one. As a nice play over there by Cross Bandy, just unable to get any throw off in time as the speedy Brooks McCartney will capture an infield single here. And now that'll put runners on the corners here with 2 down. And it'll bring up Blake Mertzu back to the plate. And his first trip. Again, part of the Ridgeview team that made a huge splash in the 2026 season here. A big upset bid from them just to make it to the state tournament. As that will get in there for the strike. Okay, Porsche of Bishop Garrigan on doing some pitch running duties. And that one gets fouled back here. Kyle Chamberlain once again on the mound here for Sioux City East. A couple shakeoffs here. And he'll look to fire on. This one gets hit high left field. That one's taking him back towards the wall. And nicely done on the run with the capture there in left field. Starr with the out, as he will track it down for out number 3. And that will be all she wrote here in this half inning. So as we stand in the top of the second, it'll now be the chance once again for the Large Schools West squad to get up with the bats, as it will be Starr, Jepson, and Bandy due up when we return right here on the iBaseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. As we got to make sure that we have everything set here. The one thing about this here, and I apologize, one thing about the scorebug here is we learn about who is the home team and who's the away team kind of last second. So just kind of had to work around that, but appreciate it. Thanks for letting us know. As always, Drew, thanks again. Appreciate it, man. It really makes a lot of difference as that one hop chop out there to the pitcher's mound as Starr gets out here on a quick pitch. The first one he sees sends it right back to Brooks McCartney for the 1-3 putout. And now that once again brings up Kyle Jepson, going to be a Hilltopper following his time here in the Senior All-Star Series. Oddly enough, he is going to be with a former Iowa coach in Coach Mark Reardon, who coached Iowa Western. And a couple years ago, he's been with the Hilltoppers for the last 2-3 seasons. And Jepson swings through that one here for the strike. So with 1 down, 0-1 count here to Jepson, who took 2 pitches to get on and made his way all around the base pass last time. Cross Bandy is due up next. Again, there's just firepower everywhere you look here. And once again, you get a lefty-lefty matchup with McCarty and Jepson. Jepson with a slow chopper, a 3 chopper out there to first, and a nice pickup there by White. Has to get quick on that one as Jepson nearly outbeat him to the bag there in the race. And, of course, the race was won by White, as that will be how she writes it here for out number 2. Cross Bandy, a 471 average on the year. Knows what he's doing at the plate here. Over 10 extra base hits on the season. Part of what was a good charge here for the DCG Mustangs, who just 2 years removed from a state tournament berth themselves. And he takes 0-1 here with 2 down. Now brings it to a 2-1 count. The next pitch will be too high as we draw ball 3. Stedman up next here for the Large Schools West squad, already with a 4-0 advantage here. And we will get a walk here as McCarty will go ahead and draw his 4th walk of the game. Bandy with back-to-back walks, as now Ryan Stedman steps on up. We know him for his strikeout extraordinaire. Almost every game so far this season, he's had at least double digits in the K mark. He has been as on fire as a pitcher, but gosh, he's been hitting over 300 all season long. He's been one of the top bats for this Valley lineup, as that one is shot right up the middle and right at second base. They'll snag it on and get the throw over to first. And the double play will go ahead and wrap it up. Or excuse me, not the double play, just a single throw to first will get there, as Stedman with the 4-3 putout will wrap up the inning. And of course, that will be it here for the top half of the inning here, as we will come through in inning number 3. When we come back, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Small Schools West. Right after this here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less, and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cooper Chiswick is going to be doing the duties as he swings through the first pitch he sees from Cal Chamberlain. And the Emmetsburg product, part of a wonderful season for Emmetsburg out of the Twin Lakes Conference, an undefeated record-setting season, 10-0 to win the conference title outright. Takes strike 2. Fortunately, ended upset early on in the postseason push. And so we get to see one more look here out of Emmetsburg here in 2026. That one shot right side, and that will eat up the second baseman there in McNeville, as that'll get onto the base pass here. I think that'll be considered a single as Chiswick gets the hit. That will mark hit number 3 of the day here for the Small Schools West squad. A little bit of a breeze here as Dawson Evans comes on up to the plate, 0 for 1 so far. A Lennox product looking to do some damage here out of the Pride of Iowa Conference. Going up against Cal Chamberlain of Sioux City East on the mound. Already with a runner on first. And the pitch swings through that one here for the strike. 2 strikes on him now. Or excuse me, 1-1. Take that back. 1-1. Chamberlain with the fire, and that one will be shot right to White, and he'll get the pick to first, and the fire on over to second is not in time. Stedman with a nice fire. Good job to turn it around. Normally a DH, if not pitching, gets the chance to get in the field here in today's contest. And a good step on to first here, and the turnaround. So the 3 unassisted, try to get the double play there. Unfortunately, could not connect as we draw one out. And we move to Colton White, who flew out his first trip. This was a Martinsdale St. Mary's squad that, unfortunately for them, with the season that they had, it was an amazing season, fell in the sub-state final. Just got upended by a 2-1 mark, and just the 4th time in the entire season that they were held to 2 runs or less. So it was a huge, and I'd say monumental upset at that. And now with a 2-ball count, here's the pitch. That one gets in there for the strike. And with runners on first and second, a 2-1 count. 1 down here. Large Schools West and Small Schools West battling it out. Top of inning number 3. Small Schools West trying to get on the board. Here's the pitch. And pulled the swing back, but deemed a strike anyway. 2-2 now. Here from Lewis Field, home of the Kirkwood Eagles. Many trips to the College World Series. This one poked out there into center, and it will drop. And that will get a runner over to third, and we'll have runners on the corners with just 1 down. Small Schools West, they're trying to hitch their way into this one. They've got runners now at the corners, and some power bats coming on up. And, of course, Coon Rapids Bayard, a number 1 seed. They got, unfortunately, upended as 2 number 1 seeds got upset here across the 4 state tournament actions last week, anyway. And Hayden with a swing through, but that'll be empty here for strike 1. Again, here with 1 down. And the top half of inning number 3, runners on the corners. Hayden looking to produce here. So far, he was a strikeout victim his first trip up. The 0-1 delivery. He lays off of that one, just had enough break at it at the end to tail out of the zone here, 1-1. Coon Rapids Bayard out of the Rolling Valley Conference. Obviously, they rolled away with the conference. As White will take off, the throw to second will not be in time. There will be no advancement from third, and that's a stolen base here on the mark here for Evans. Excuse me, for White. As White now stands on second, and we have Chiswick standing on at third. And now with a 2-2 count. Once again, appreciate you for joining the ride here. It is Senior All-Star Series from Lewis Field. And the pitch. This one gets hit up, and that will be out of play. Keeps it at a 2-strike count. We got a welcomed breeze here after it was very, very hot. Now, again, not like last week where you had some dangerous temperatures out there, but luckily we got a little bit cooler temps here. And the final thing here from high school baseball, that one sent out into center field on the run with the catch. Nicely done, but it will be deep enough to get the runner home. Low with the throw in and a nice play. But unfortunately, that will be enough, or fortunately, you should say. That'll be enough as Cal Hayden gets credited with the sacrifice RBI, and Small Schools West will put themselves on the board. It's 4-1. So White stands on at second here with 2 down, as now it brings up Reed Smith to the plate. He struck the team's first hit of the ball game back in the second. Represents batter number 5 of the inning, takes strike 1. Kyle Chamberlain on the mound for out of Sioux City East. Second pitch will be too far inside, splits the count even at 1-1 now. Again, around the infield, you have Cross Bandy at third. You have Stedman at first. Noah Davies behind the plate. Brady McDevill at second. And you have Cal Jepson at short. Meanwhile, again, Cal Chamberlain is on the mound. And again, enough wind going on here. Well welcomed sometimes. All right, so as we go, 1 strike count from Cal Chamberlain. Here's the pitch. That one too far inside here. And we move the count on up. 2-1. Well, again, a runner on second, already 1 run home. That came off of the Cal Hayden sacrifice RBI. They've had 1 hit in the inning, 1 sacrifice run driven in. Smith trying to add on to that here. His team down by 3. And the runner's taken off, but he'll have to head back as that one's fouled back out of play. Again, we mentioned the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders here. They were one of 2 number 1 seeds to go down. They lost to Moravia, and Moravia could have been. I mean, there was history on the line as Moravia took on Newman Catholic. And boy, what a game! What a game that was. Overall, what a battle. Again, 1A, 2A just had a lot of good battles here across 2026. Again, Moravia did upend Coon Rapids Bayard, and then they went on to go all the way to the title game against Newman Catholic, and they were looking to be the first 8 seed to win the state title since 1995. But it was not meant to be, as Newman Catholic goes on and takes their 9th crown in program history. Runner taken off, and that one shot left side, and that will get White coming around third. He'll head on home, and that will be it. How we half the score up, as it's now a 4-2 contest. An RBI single here from Smith. He's been a hard out. He's gone 2 for 2 on the day. And again, with White already in motion, it was hard to stop anything there, as we get a runner now on first, and it is a 4-2 ball game. And now another, as we go ahead, another White on there. Travis White stands on first as the courtesy runner. Tate Garman, he swings through that one, fouled back here to start his 2nd at bat. Again, we will also be headed off to more action here following our time at Lewis Field. We'll be at Mount Mercy coming up after this. Your games 3 and 4 will be from Mount Mercy. The pitch, that one set foul here for strike 2. Again, Cal Chamberlain on the mound right now doing the pitching duties. Part of a trio of Sioux City East guys here. Bodie Calling, as well as Cal Jepson and Cal Chamberlain. That one couldn't find the zone here. We move the count to 1-2. That one's sent back here. And we continue the 2-strike count here on the Algona outfielder. Again, has remained top 5 in the IA Baseball top outfielders list all season long. A heck of a pursuit from him in his senior year. The pitch. That one gets lifted high. That will take the center fielder back just a bit, as that will be all she wrote. Garmin has to catch that one on the way as Lowe, catches that one out in center field. Garmin will go ahead and be out number 3. But not before some action here, as it was Small Schools West to plate 2. They cut the lead in half, and now it's time for Large Schools West to come back up with Kepley, Davies, McNeville right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Welcome!
We are
The Iowa High School
Athletic Association,
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School
Sports Championships.
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Brown here as we get you back out a little under the sun here today. Get you back out into the field here as Jackson Kepley starting things off. Hitting to double play his first trip up, but again, part of a team that was a top 10 in hits in the 4A scene. We got to see them twice across 2026. We got to see them when we were at the UNO Classic in Omaha. And boy, that was a fun couple of games that we got to see from Ames. Kepley, I believe we saw behind the plate as well. A guy that can do on the mound, can do behind the plate. Very versatile guy. He's kind of that Swiss Army knife guy, kind of guy that you can place just about anywhere. He's very versatile. And of course, one of the hits leaders on the squad. This time, however, he goes ahead and uses the patience as he draws a walk and gets on to the base pass here. Now bringing up Noah Davies to the plate. And Davies so far has walked in one trip. And he'll take a look at ball one, low and away. So the 1-0 count. And he swings through that one to even it up now at 1 apiece. Again, Boone making all the way to the sub-state final as they took on Cedar Rapids Xavier. And unfortunately falling a 7-2 mark in that one. But what a season that it was for them. They defied a lot of expectations. They're fourth in the Raccoon River Conference. That one a shot out there to right, and it gets by White. And that will mean that Kepley is off to third. There will be a throw in the play. He's out. Nice job to gather himself and regroup here from White on first. Heck of an effort, and a strong throw across the diamond will get the out. So Capley, despite getting onto the base pass via walk, comes in as out number 1. Or now I would say out number 2. Oh, take that back. Just out number 1. they tested the arm of White, and they lost that battle. And now we got with the fielder's choice being credited here, or excuse me, as the single being credited here to Davies. We get Brady McNeville out of Urbandale, starting things off here. We're in the bottom half of the inning, bottom half of the third here, as we get Large Schools West up after plating 4 here in the second, trying to keep things rolling here. They got a runner on first. The pitch, that one gets set high out of play here for strike 2. Yeah, and Urbandale didn't eclipse more than 14 wins the past 2 seasons prior, but again, another 20-plus win campaign for them. And mid-2000s, it was a heyday for them, back-to-back state titles. Wanted just a handful of teams to do that. That one's laced left side, and that will find fair territory out there in left field. That hugs the line, but nicely done there by Hayden in left field to scoop that up and get that throw in. Right now, it brings up 2 on with 1 down. And now it brings up Easton Lowe to the plate. McNeville now 2 for 2. He has driven in 3, so he's had heck of a day so far. And Lowe, he's also had a strong start. He walked back in the first. He takes ball 1. Lowe, part of an Ankeny squad that had a little bit of harder times here in 2026 than we're used to seeing, because it wasn't too long ago we saw them in the state tournament. A 2-strike count, and here's the pitch. A swing through that one, and let me take that back. Scoreboard says 2 strikeouts, but 2 strikes, but now we get to 2. And we have the 2-2 delivery. That one is shot left side, and Lowe will pick up his first hit of the ball game. They're going to hold the runner at third, and we've got a bases loaded situation here for the Large Schools West squad as they continue to roll right along as we move on to Alex Williams. Now, again, it's been back-to-back now to back hits. 3 consecutive singles have put 3 on, and now Alex Williams is 0 for 1, trying to add to the hit parade here. McCarty with the fire. That one will be in off the knees on the outer edge, 0-1. Williams known for the career strikeouts leader here for Southeast Polk, but he's had a pretty good run with a .300 batting average on the season. That one's in the dirt. Easily lays off here for ball 1. So runners on every base right now. McTire out of Indianola stands on at third. We have McNeville on at second, and we have Lowe on at first. So 2-1 now the count. Excuse me, Bryant Ritchie out of Indianola stands on third, and here's the pitch. That one, laying out of danger, and speak of himself, Ritchie off the wild pitch will hit on in, and he'll score run number 5 of the game here for Small Schools or Large Schools West. And that will mean both runners will advance on the base pass as well. As we have a 3-1 count here. Up next will be Eli Starr. The pitch. A swing through there, And a little deception brings the count full 3-2. Southeast Polk, once again, making the state tournament here in 2026. Ran into what is the buzzsaw known as Indianola, with a lot of great talent on that squad. Richie, which we just mentioned, a part of that. That one is swung on, but they got to complete the play on the drop third strike, the throw, and now the runner's coming on home. The play at the plate is out. So in effect, a double play there as they will get Williams on the drop third strike. And then, of course, with McNeville heading on home, he'll get sent down on the out. And that will be the de facto double play that ends the inning. So one run does come across the score. Large Schools West increases their lead. Now it's 5-2. And it'll be chance for the Small Schools West team with Davis, McCarty, and Murchu coming on up to try and answer back when we return right here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Nine and 16-ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have Allie Davis out of Humboldt getting his second chance here. 0 for 1 so far, but he's looking for more action here as he takes the ball one. And I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out and say just thanks for everybody for following along here. It's a hot day, so really we appreciate you coming along for the ride here and joining us and hopefully staying cool. It's Bodie calling out of Sioux City East on the bump here for Large Schools West. That one gets set high, and that one takes back to the warning track, and a diving attempt here. Heck of an effort by the left fielder in Starr. What a play, and it looks like he is okay, as he had a diving attempt right at the wall. You might not be able to see that, but a diving attempt at the wall, and as a center fielder low, I'd come out and say congrats on that play. That was a heck of an effort. And that was absolutely a good play. And, of course, yeah, he did. Giving some help here. We get Brooks McCarty. He steps up and a shot out there as he gets the single here, his second hit of the ball game.
Out to left field.
But again, Starr with a heck of a play. He seems okay. He fell down on that one. He had a diving attempt right at the wall, and I thought he was going to match the wall with a lot of speed there. Yeah, he's going to be picking the dirt out for quite some time. So enjoy the Kirkwood dirt here at this point. So the single brings McCarty on, and Blake Murchu stepping on up. Again, part of this Ridgeview squad that just was an absolute fun. He was an absolute tear. This was a fun team to watch. They beat Kemper Catholic in what was a big run for them in the postseason here at Substate. It was really fun to watch this team. They battled through. I mean, Ridgeview came out and they, I'll be honest, surprised a lot of people. Of course, anybody that has been following Ridgeview baseball probably doesn't feel that way. But this has been just a squad that, again, they put up a good showing here at the state tournament. Again, coming in as the 8th seed. But I got to say, as the runner taking off this second, the throw will be in time. And you don't run on the cannon known as Noah Davies as he sets him down. So despite McCarty getting on, the pitch runner gets thrown down. And what is now out number 2, and Murchu stands up with already 2 quick down. And our scorebug is going to catch wind here. Hold on. As we do get that going here. Murchu's trying to keep the inning alive here as that one gets dialed in for the second strike. Bodie calling the all-time wins leader for Sioux City East, a 37-year-old record that was broken this season alone. That one is belted but left of the chalk line foul. And Murchu and Ridgeview, what just a phenomenal year for them, making it into the state tournament. They again beat Kemper Catholic 9-5, 7-3 over Grundy Center as well en route to making to the state tournament. And the next pitch is a chopper out there. Mecklenville will have to get it on the run. The fire, and a heck of a play by the Urbandale senior off the grass. And boy, what a game he is having. A home run. He's made it 2 for 2 at the plate. A heck of a play there. You can't ask for anything more in the Senior All-Star Series as we now will head into the bottom half of the inning. And when we do, it'll be 9-1 and 2 due up here for the Large Schools West when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside or outside at Lewis Field here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, home of the Kirkwood Eagles. And it's Eli Starr who had an amazing catch in the last half inning. He is up with the bat. He is 0 for 1, but looking to add on to the hit column here. 5 hits so far for the Large Schools West as that one's blasted back here. 5-2 is our score. There's 4 runs in the bottom of the first here for Large Schools West. Plated 1 in the third. That one is sent out right center field, and that will get into the gap, and that will get him a large look around first. But he'll end up putting his brakes on, and he'll be, with his first hit, standing on first. So Starr having a good, well, what is equaling to 1 inning here, a great last half inning, and picks up a hit as now the shortstop for Sioux City East in Cal Jepson stepping on up to the plate. He is 1 for 2, grounded out his last trip, but singled and came around to score back in the first inning. Easily lays off of that one in the dirt here for ball. And Sioux City East, with their 8th state tournament appearance in program history, back-to-back years, they were the #1 overall seed. Brooks McCarty with the Ephus pitch of a lob over there to first. Just making sure that nobody's trying to run on him over there. Star has some good speed. And the pitch, that one will be taken for a ball. Ball 2. Large Schools West trying to add on. They have scored in all but 1 inning so far. A nice swing through here by Jepson, but could not connect. And Jepson heading to be a hilltopper at Western Kentucky. Game 2 of the 4-game slate. We have more coming on up, as from Mount Mercy, we'll be giving you games 3 and 4. That one chopped foul here right off of Smith's, I think his guard. It doesn't seem to affect him too much. I'm giving him a little bit of time to shake this off. A 2-2 count to the Sioux City East shortstop. Brooks McCarty back out here for his 4th inning of work. He has had 5 runs given up during his time, and now that one gets away from Smith, and Starr will move on. He'll advance to second. So now the count has risen to 3-2. Large Schools West trying to plate another one here. They put 4 in the first, 1 in the third, trying to add on to that here. And the look of the fire on home, and he gets some swing through there, and he'll say that is out number 1, as Cal Jepson is set down on strikes. That's the 4th strikeout here from Brooks McCarty. A slowly, wildly effective day, we should say. As now we will move on to the 2-hole man in Cross Bandy. He is 0 for 0 because he's had 2 walks so far. The runner stands on second. With 1 down. And a swing through there. Starr stands on second. Bandy now at the plate. Stedman on deck. Here's the pitch. That one's a chopper right side. White will have the easy pick, and he'll capture out number 2 at first. Meanwhile, Starr will advance on over to third as we bring up Ryan Stedman to the plate. And I think I heard Black Raider Ryan Stedman. Is that correct? Well, I mean, they do have the same colors. I will give you that. But, hey, that's okay. The same colors, same color scheme, I get it. But he is out of West Des Moines Valley. I will give him that. He swings through the first pitch, though. A little bit deceived here for strike 1. Get the correction here. Ryan Stedman has been a Valley product. He's been a huge part of what was a good season here for the Tigers, making it to another state tournament trip. That one's set high, and that one's tailing foul out of play, and it will indeed end up there for strike 2. Again, Valley made their 15th state tournament appearance in program history. They were looking to make, I believe, close to their 10th state title game, but they fell to Indianola in Indianola's route to their first ever state baseball title. Stedman heading to the University of Iowa following his time. He swings through that one as Brooks McCarty will pick up another strikeout. Mark it strikeout number 5 as it effectively ends the half inning and ends us with the 4th. So despite some action onto the base pass, Starr getting on, but aside from that, 1, 2, 3 consecutive outs will end the inning. And so with that, Small Schools West trying to answer when we come back. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up when we return right here on the iBaseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cooper Chiswick is gone up first. He is 1 for 1. He's singled back in the third. And he takes strike 2 as we get rocking and rolling. And appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you the scoreboard, the full scoreboard here coming on up as we get here with the top half of inning number 5. Again, in the heat, sometimes the equipment just wants to take its time. It's sunbathing itself here. So we're just going at the mercy of it, but we get rocking and rolling here, a 1-2 count. And that one's a slow chopper out there, the third, the pick by Remick, and the fire, and a heck of a play by Stedman on the end. A Valley connection captures out number 1, as Remick is the new third baseman here. And Remick, oddly enough, is going to be a little bit of a rival here to his fellow battery mate in Stedman. Stedman heading to Iowa, Remick heading to be a Nebraska Cornhusker following his time. And we move in as we get White stepping on up here for the Small Schools West. Travis White, as that one is singled up the middle. And the Martinsdale St. Mary's product, which lends way to another Martinsdale St. Mary's product. So it is a single here for White. Gets on base here with 1 down. And now Colton White looking to try and move him around a little bit here with 1 down. That one's sent right side, foul. Martinsdale St. Mary's out of the Pride of Iowa Conference really, I want to say it as nicely as it can, ran away with the conference title here just as they did the year prior. And White, not spelt the same, but sounds the same. Both of those guys have been a very impactful duo here. And that also included potential All-Stater 8th grader as well. A 1-1 count, and that one is sliced into this center field gap. It goes. That was just out of the outstretched glove of Jepson there, as that was closer to the second base bag. And so the battery mates playing station-to-station baseball, back-to-back singles here. And now we have Cal Hayden stepping on up back to the plate. Last time he was up, he drove in the only run of the game, the first run of the game, I should say, here for the Crusaders. With 1 down, looking to get his first hit of the ball game. Bodie calling on the mound out of Sioux City East. And they'll throw out to first, and Stedman having to make a good play there. Davies behind the plate, tried to keep White honest there at first, and a heck of an effort both by Davies and by Stedman. And again, there's not a lot of time for these guys to be able to connect and really get in tune with each other. So that was a little bit bigger of a play than what seems or what meets the eye. And the pitch, that one is in there and brings it even at 1-1. Small Schools West put up 2 back in the third. They're trying to increase that now. They've already seen, so far, no lead in this game, trying to find their first lead. They have a good chance here with 1 down, 2 runners on. That one, nice play, a nice stop behind the dish. It goes for ball number 2, however, 2-1 the count. And we talk about Martinsdale, St. Mary's out of the Pride of Iowa Conference, but how about these Crusaders as they have stormed? They have been knocking on the door several years in the just 1 game away from the state tournament. That one gets away. Davies fires to third, and that one gets away. But Remick's, looked like Remick's foot got enough of White's helmet that just kind of kept him there anyway. The crowd with a little bit of a noise there. When all is said and done and the dust settles, we now have runners on second and third here with 1 down. And a 2-2 count. Again, we have Travis White on at third, Colton White on at second. And up, Kyle Hayden up to the plate. Another north of 300 season for him. Again, back-to-back seasons like that. That one's poked out just over the head of Jepson, and that will plate run number 3 here for the Small Schools West. As you couldn't silence Hayden's bat very often. That's his first hit, but second run driven in. It's a 5-3 ball game.
With runners at the corners.
And with runners now at the corners, Reed Smith, who has been an impossible out so far. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a double. So as White comes in, White now stands at third. And on at first is Hayden. That one dials in there for the strike. And he thought about stealing over there at first. In the end, it is taken called strike 2. And you know what? There's plenty of stolen base threat here on the mounds here for Cal Hayden. One of the stolen base leaders on the squad, and that one too low in the dirt. Wisely lays off of that one. Again, Cal Hayden with 33 stolen bases out of 33 attempts on the year. Very easily could take off here. Again, unofficial with the stat count here in the Senior All-Star Series. As his coach stands on, or one of his coaches stands on third. Here's the pitch. And that will draw ball 2. Smith has just been a constant out here. Over 300 the average on the year. He has been a huge at-bat for Winterset, and really a reason why, even though they were about middle of the pack in the conference, they were never an easy out here in 2026. And Cal Hayden will take off, and he'll get there as Davies will bobble that one. So Hayden will unofficially pick up a 34th stolen base on the year, unofficially, of course. As that will be the strikeout, and Smith will be set down. I believe Coling's first strikeout of the game. And now we get the Bishop Garrigan product stepping on up to the plate. And Tate Forch takes a look at strike 1. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, making this a part of your day. Once again, over 70 million total views across our social media scene here in 2026. Got to give a huge shout out to all the players and the parents out there making things happen, all the photographers out there, everybody who has played a huge part in what was an amazing season here in 2026, and large part due to everyone to make it happen. And now White thought about coming on home, and we'll have a pickle ensuing. The throw to Remick at third, and they're getting him in a rundown here. They'll throw to Jepson now at third, and is anybody covering home? And there is Brody Culling, and the play at the plate is out. Heck of a play there. Culling with an absolute great defensive play comes in, and a heck of a throw from his battery mate to get in there for the out. That tandem was fun to watch here in 2026, and that will capture out number 3. So, folks are going to have to get that back going back in the next half inning, as that will be it here in their half of the 5th. And we'll get the bottom half of the 5th coming on up. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Kepley, Davies, McNeville due on up here when we come back on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with VMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less, and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jackson Kepley to get things kicked off here for us. Takes ball 1 and it now takes ball 2. Again, the Little Cyclones here. 2 games under 500 to end the year, but boy, what a year it was. Kepley with 95 total bases, and just a part of 2% of all players in Iowa High School 4A baseball that have over 90 total bases on the year. He's driven in 38 across 55 hits. Been an absolute tear for him, and he draws the walk, a 4-pitch walk to get onto the bases, which would unofficially mark his 17th walk of the season. Again, everything here is unofficial, as it doesn't count towards the overall stats. But now Noah Davies gets his chance here. And Davies has been a fun guy to watch. We saw him a couple home runs in this 2026 season that just were instant no-doubters. He has a lot of pop here from the left side. And he will, unfortunately, or fortunately enough, however you want to look at that, he'll have to head on to the base pass after being hit by pitch. The first time we've had a Large Schools West batter, or for that matter, anybody here in this game get hit by pitch. As Moore will now get onto the base pass here, as he'll be running with runners on first and second. Kepley stands on second, Moore on at first. As we have some conversation out there on the mound in a 5-3 ball game. This is game number 2 of the doubleheader here from Lewis Field. And of course, we have more coming on up for you in the next doubleheader, which will be from Mount Mercy in a beautiful campus there. Again, due to the forecasted weather coming on up on Friday, it's going to literally rain on the parade, so we're going to move the parade all to today. It was scheduled 2 games. 2 games today, 2 games Friday, and 2 games on Saturday. So our action will conclude here today, as again, they will have early action on Saturday morning to wrap things up. We got here on the mound from North Polk High School. Colton Boo will be on the mound. We saw him at the state tournament, and of course him and his brother, a really good battery mate here. Colton Boo, we see him primarily on the mound, but both him and his brother has had some good pop to his bat. Really just, it really is a cool thing to see when you got guys out there, brothers who go out there and just have a great time, get their name out there. The battery mates here in 2026. But man, Colton Boo, I love the delivery from this guy. He's been several times in 2026 up for our Performer of the Week award. And North Polk had a 21-win game streak to enter the state tournament. And they went all the way to the semifinal round and lost in a walk-off to Waller Catholic. But it was another fantastic year for the Raccoon River Conference champs. McNeville up here, and he sends that out there to the short. The pick and fire over there to second gets away from him. And now Kepley will head on over to home, and he will cross as run number 6 of the game here for Large Schools West. White gathered that slow roller and tried to get it to Kale Beving out of Nevada, who gets in here as a defensive replacement at second. But that one just got airmailed on him, as the air allows McNeville to get onto the bases for the third straight time. And it goes ahead and plates run number 6 here for Large Schools West. And now Easton Lowe back on up to the plate with runners on the corners here. And now they get McNeville in a pickle, White to White. And now they're looking the runner at third, but the runner's taken off as Moore will cross the plate for run number 7. And meanwhile, still in a heated pickle, as finally the White and White connection will come through for out number 1. But it did the job of getting the runner to head on home and pick up run number 7. So the bases are cleared on that as Lowe. They come up with runners on first and third. Now he comes up with nobody on. Coach Miller having just a quick conversation, the Sioux City East head coach. So McNeville gets on and gets caught in a pickle. As the runner for Davies goes ahead and scores. Again, both Kepley and Davies, their position came home to score. And all that to say just one down here. Again, Colton Boo on the mound here in relief. He is second pitcher. He comes in relief of MOC Floyd Valley's Brooks McCarty, who's committed to Iowa. Colton Boo gets back up here in a 2-ball count. Here's the delivery. A swing through brings up strike number 2. We even up the count at 2 apiece. This is game number 2 of the Twin Bill here from Kirkwood. Again, Saturday's action, which will not be broadcasted for us, but Saturday's broadcast or Saturday's action, if you're able to, I believe, comes right back here to Kirkwood for the finale. Bill with the pick and the fire, and that one's too far inside. Brings the count full, 3-2. You got Trent Grevengood up on deck. That one gets laced left side, and that will drop right in front of Cal Hayden for the second hit of the game here for Lowe. And Lowe has had a solid game himself. He's been on base all 3 times, 2 singles, 1 walk. And now the West Des Moines Valley leadoff hitter, Trent Grevengood, is up at the plate. So he looks at 1 down and a runner on first. Colton Boo, the lefty extraordinaire from North Polk. And what was interesting, because North Polk lost from Reese Rogge to Hunter Hill and all those guys that were huge arms for North Polk over the last 2 years or last 2 seasons. They lost out on those big names. And what happens? Guys like Colton Boo come up out of the woodwork and absolutely thrives here in 2020 and 2026. And we saw him last year as well in some relief appearance, and he was really good then. And I did say that he was going to be a guy to watch out for, and he sure does. He has made a name for himself. Picks across another strike throw here. Low on the base pass, and he looks to get picked off, and it happens here. White with the race to second base wins it on the tag, and Boo with a huge pickoff attempt. A heck of an effort there. Nicely done here, as that's the second time that a runner has gotten into a pickoff attempt there. Successful there, and both times have been at the hands here of the pitcher here in Colton Boo. A 2-strike count here to the West Des Moines Valley leadoff man, Trent Grevengood. Man, was he fun to watch. He gets on, and he's that guy that easily, a pass ball, a wild pitch, he could be on third in an instant. And that's exactly the type of fun that you want to see. It's just absolutely a stellar season for him, as that one's shot back. And again, West Des Moines Valley gracing their 15th state tournament appearance. Mind you, this is a program that hasn't been to the state tournament, I believe, since 2018, if I remember correctly there. But this is a historic program that has had back-to-back state titles. One of only 5 programs in Iowa baseball history to ever do that. He draws the walk, as he now helps to put a runner on at first.
Brings up his teammate from West Des Moines Valley, Colton Remick.
As Grevengood will grab the walk, stand on first. And now we have Colton Remick, the Nebraska commit. He's stepping on up. With 2 down, looking to add something. He's had 9 home runs. And boy, again, they get the runner in a little bit of a tie-down pickle there. Grevengood gets caught by Colton Boo. And I got to give a round of applause here to Colton Boo on the mound. He comes in and makes it look all too easy. And he goes ahead and sends his squad with the bats coming up in the next half inning. And it will be 5, 6, and 7 due up as we get things rolling. A 7-3 ball game here from Lewis Field. We'll be back after this.
We are 7-3 after 5.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing? The batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome!
We are
the Iowa High School
Athletic Association,
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School's
Sports Championships.
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Senior All-Star Series game number 2. Tate Forsch out of Bishop Garrigan. is lining one right up the middle on a slow roller. Jepson right at second, couldn't quite grab that one fully, as that would have been a tough play anyway for the great Cal Jepson, and it does put a runner onto the base pass. That I think that looked to be either off the mound or off Colling's foot, as it didn't seem to have the same momentum past the mound as it did coming off the bat. However you dice it up, that puts a runner onto the base pass here, as Fausch stands on first and brings up Valley Davis. So for two, but looking to grab a hit here. That one, a little blooper, finds the infield grass. The pick and fire to second by Jepson. That was a bang-bang play. Nicely done on a field and having to turn his body all the way around and get a throw off in time. Again, you can see why the Hilltoppers wanted him so badly, as he's headed to Western Kentucky following his time here, but he gets the lead runner for the out. As now Brooks McCarty steps on up, with Davis standing on first. McCarty is 1 for 1, or 2 for 2, I should say. He's hit a single in both trips. Starts off with ball one. And shoots that one right up the middle. And a nice pick at second. The exchange, and it's a classic double play, 4-6-3. As Bandy moving on over to second, aids that one. And Bodie calling another scoreless inning for him under the books, as the Large Schools West ends the threat with a double play there. So Brooks McCarty hits into the 4-6-3, and that will be all she wrote here for Small Schools West in this half inning. Colton Boo back on the mound to make some more magic happen. Meanwhile, it's 9-1-2 due up here for the Large Schools West squad. Remick, Jepson, Bandy on deck and ready to go when we come back here on the iBaseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome!
We are
The Iowa High School
Athletic Association.
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School Sports Championships.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Remick decided he liked the at-bat so much, he's going to do it once again as we start a brand new inning, as it's his still official first time. As we get rocking here, he takes a look at ball two. Again, Valley making their 15th state tournament appearance in program history. Made it all the way to the semifinal round after defeating Waukee, another CIML foe, in the quarterfinal round. That was a near 10 strikeout performance here by Stedman in that battle on the mound. But his battery mate here, and Colton Remick, stands up, and that one sails too high. That one will be ball four. And that will put him onto the base pass here, as the leadoff walk now brings up Cal Jepson to the plate. Let me see. Coach Troy Tronson coming on out. And again, got to give a shout out to Coach Tronson. He has helped this Urbandale squad to make a huge impression on 2026. Unfortunately, upset in the postseason, but still can't take away from a great season. Gabe Blanchard and company was huge. That was a fun squad to watch. And speaking about fun, right here at Cal Jepson, Sioux City East was pretty fun to watch. Over 41 wins in 2026. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the last team to hit over 41 wins, or 41 exactly, was the 2019 Xavier Saints, as they captured a title there. And, of course, last 4A team to do it, 2017's Johnston Dragons. And Colton Boo with a dangerous move out there. He's had 3 guys. He basically swiped out the last inning on pickoff attempts. Cross Bandy, the DCG absolute big bat is up next. And Cal Jepson, he got that one. And that one looked to be off the hip. And I think that hurt me from here. And I'm behind the net. You could tell, and he's still not walking all that great. Certainly his coaches at Western Kentucky are, I hope they're not watching this anyway. But he's fighting through it, man. I mean, all these guys are certainly tough. They make it look easy, and of course they make it look a lot better of a product because of their toughness. So that will bring up Cross Bandy, the over 400 hitter for DCG, the senior. We'll take a look at strike one. He's had a pretty decent game so far. 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. He's been a consistent threat onto the base pass here. And the next pitch will be too far outside. Nice catch. And Dallas Center Grimes out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Cross Bandy being a big part of that. Shoots one foul. As we move to a 2-strike count. 1-2 the count here. Colton Boo on the mound has had 3 successful pickoff attempts so far. He'll fire on home, and that one gets sent back. Could have had something. I swear if the net wasn't there. Nah, just kidding. I didn't even bring my glove. Here we have a 2-2 count. Bandy looking to try and keep things rolling. Nobody out, 2 runners on. And this one gets laced right side, and a diving attempt out there and right. Davis with a heck of a play, as he probably saved a run. If that would have gotten by, that would have been to the wall, and that would have been at least another run. A diving attempt as we flash the leather for out number 1.
Ryan Stedman.
So Ryan Stedman stepping on up to the plate. He has driven home a run, has grounded out and struck out in 3 trips. Boo with the fire, and this one gets lifted. Center field, that one's taken force back, and into the warning track he goes. Meanwhile, Remick will advance from second as his battery mate helps him move on, and we got runners at the corners here with 2 down.
Force runs it down for out number 2. Puts runners at the
And
corner.
now that'll bring up Jackson Kepley to the plate.
Brings up the Ames Little Cyclone, Jackson Kepley.
Yeah, we talk about Kepley with his .447 average, slugging over 1,300 to be exact. He had 55 hits across the season, 18 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers. I mean, he was a guy at the top of the lineup that you just didn't want to face. And we got to see him at the UNO Classic, and boy, he just sprayed the ball wherever he pleased. Pickoff attempt there, no go. And I believe we saw him behind the plate as well, if I'm not mistaken. But this was a team that faced Sioux City East and has still had 15 hits against the Black Raiders, which is, I don't know if that team has given up more than 10 hits all season long. And this was an Ames squad, which, again, I feel like the record was so far beyond what they actually were. Ames falling to Mason City in the sub-state opener before Mason City was upended by Waterloo West. And what a story that was. I mean, taking on a spiderweb tour here. That one gets laced and into left field, right along the left field line, as that'll bring in Remick, and that will bring in run number 8 here as the Large Schools West puts up one more. And now we have runners at first and second here, still with 2 down. Kepley goes ahead and picks up his first hit of the game, brings home a run. But he's quietly had a heck of a game. He's had 2 walks. He's come home once to score. He's driven in a run. Against top pitching in the state, it's hard to do, as now Noah Davies steps on up to the plate. Watches that one in the dirt here for ball 1. As we have Kepley on at first, Jepson on at second. 2 down. Boo with the windup and a fire on home. That one chopped foul here for the strike. And a 1-1 count. Again, an 8-3 ball game here in game 2 of the Senior All-Star Series. That ball in the dirt here, ball 2. Have time called and a chance to tell you that we will have our final high and tight of this regular season, I guess I should say, the encapsulated season. We'll have that coming up for you. Caden Nissen and myself will dive into Mr. IA Baseball, as that one is a grounder out to Bevig, and he'll fire that one to first and get out number 3. So that will officially do it here, but not before some more action here. One more run crossing. It's an 8-3 ball game as we get ready to head on off to the top of inning number 7. It's Small Schools West. They got to try and get back in this one. They have a little bit of a hill to climb when we come back. It will be 8-9 and 1 due up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Welcome!
We are
The Iowa High School
Athletic Association,
We're proud to bring you this broadcast of Iowa High School's
Sports Championships.
featuring Iowa's student athletes, schools, and communities.
We support teamwork, sportsmanship, and education-based activities.
Good luck, and thanks for watching.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Brown here for IA Baseball in our coverage of the Senior All-Star Series. This is game 2 of 4. Come with us on a ride all the way to Mount Mercy in the next 2 games, which were scheduled for tomorrow. But again, Mother Nature has some different plans. Going to water the lawn tomorrow here in Cedar Rapids. Meanwhile, we will have a 4-game slate here for you today. Game 2 is going on right now, as we now get Jackson Kepley up on the mound. Again, Kepley, we talked about what he's been doing with the bat, but boy, he's also been one of the most productive strikeout hurlers for this team. In fact, the most, 60 strikeouts on the season. Team's hitting just .226 against him in an Iowa Alliance schedule that doesn't give a lot of easy battles here. So a whole lot of toughness out there on the mound. And of course, what has he got? A guy in Murtru who's coming on up. He's a tough out here for the Ridgeview Raptors. What a year it was for him in Ridgeview, making it to the state tournament for, I believe, the first time in program history, if I have that correct. At least that's what looking at the Iowa High School Athletic Association record books tell us. He sends that one high, and that will be just past the first base bag. The 6'3", Ryan Stedman captures that one for out number 1.
And now in the 9th spot, from Nevada High School, Drake Hinson.
Drake Hinson now stepping on up to the plate out of Nevada High School. he will unfortunately not get a chance to do much here as he is hit by pitch. And boy, that again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as tough, but that I felt that from here. And of course, Travis White stepping on up to the plate now. He comes in for Lennox's Dawson Evans. And so far, he's done what he's needed to do. He's 1 for 1. He's also scored a run. And his team has quite the hill to climb, though, down 8-3. It was 4 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth for the Large Schools West squad. That one in the dirt, nicely stopped here by Davies for ball 1. For the Small Schools West, they plated 2 in the third, and they added 1 more in the fifth, but they have not been able to add any more since. They're trying to tack on a lot of runs in just 2 outs left. Davies behind the plate headed to DMAC following his time here. Has been that way for, I believe, 2 seasons now committed to the Bears. That one on the inner edge just off the belt here. 2-1. Lewis Field, a beautiful backdrop here. We're back in Cedar Rapids where the state tournament for 3A and 4A just wrapped up. That one went right in, and you could tell not a great feeling there. I'm going to walk out and hand the ball to Kepley. Give some time there. But the state tournament here in Cedar Rapids was absolutely amazing. You know, it was here 2 years ago, and back then we saw Boone make the state tournament as an 8 seed. And of course, this year it was just as strong. Great facility. It had everything that you could want in a state tournament venue. And of course, the next, I believe, 3 years, that one gets lifted left side. That one's carrying. I look to have a jet engine on it, but it is in foul territory. As we move the count 2-2. So with a runner on at first. Hinson, after being hit by a pitch, is the first base runner of the inning here for Small Schools West, trying to tie this one up. They're down 8-3. Again, a 4 spot in the bottom of the first gave Large Schools West a quick lead early, and they didn't look back, plating 1 more in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. And that one sails a bit on Kepley here, brings the count full 3-2. Again, from Mount Mercy, we'll have 2 different broadcasts. Again, every game, its own stream, its own broadcast. And a swing through there. Kepley picks out the strikeout. Nicely done as he has come in relief appearance here. He is, I believe, pitcher number 4 of the game here for Large Schools West. So now down to their final out here. And it'll be up to Colton White, whose brother earned the doubles record a year prior. And he goes up and has a heck of a season here in 2026. A 1-0 count from Kepley, the fire, and that one's too low. Lays off that one for ball 2. And Lonsdale St. Mary's upended in the sub-state final. They didn't give up a lot. They just gave up 2 runs in that loss. As that one gets set high, and that one's staring them down low at the catch. And that will be it here in game number 2. Large Schools West picks up the win, and they go ahead and capture this one here as they start their All-Star Series with a win. Boy, a lot of guys that you could give a lot of player of the game's mark to. Of course, Kepley being one of those. Good offensive mark. He drove in a run, had 2 walks, a couple strikeouts on the mound. He gets a nod. And of course, Brody McNeville out of Urbandale, he went 2 for 3 with a 3-run home run and a single. And so those guys are our co-players of the game. Well, hey, we are done here, but there's more. It's coming on up here from Mount Mercy, so we're going to hightail it on over there so we can get set up, and we'll have a brand new broadcast for you. Everybody's moving, and we're moving with them. So we're going to say sayonara for now, but more coming on up when we return for our Game 3 broadcast. And again, Game 3 broadcast will go ahead and be coming up here very shortly. Well, actually, right around 6:30 is when it says it's going to start. We'll see what all happens there. But we'll come on back here in just a bit. And again, Game 3 will include large schools east versus small schools west. So until we see each other there, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe on the Base Pass. We'll see you then.